Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm doing another recent reads video. So basically that means I will be talking about the last 5 books I've read since my last recent reads video, and I am so far behind on these. I have like 3 that I need to film because I've just been reading so much in the last few months. So let's get on into the 5 books I have to talk about today. So also, forgot to mention, this is my first official video in my new house in Oregon. So I'm still trying to get with the whole setup, and because I moved, I haven't been able to bring all my books with me. So I don't have these that I'm going to talk about today, but nonetheless, let's get into it. So basically, the first book I have to talk about is a very beloved book, and that is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I am rereading this series so I can annotate them, and I wish I had my copy with me right now that I annotated on so I could show you, because I kind of went a little crazy. It was my first time really annotating, and I annotated a lot, but I had so much fun reading it and marking it up and writing in it and just like making notes and stuff, and I drew some pictures. It was a lot of fun, and of course I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was Rhett and Link's Book of Mythicality, which is by Rhett McLaughlin and Link Neal, who are the creators of Good Mythical Morning, which is a weekly, daily show on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. They are my favorite YouTubers. I love them so much, and I watch them literally every single day. So this is just a YouTuber book that they wrote, and I once again wish I had the copy with me so I could show you a little sneak peek of what it looks like on the inside, because there are so many pictures, just so many stories. There's like little quizzes. It was such a blast to read. I seriously love Rhett and Link so much. They just make me laugh. They make me happy. Like, I just love them. And so of course I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the first book I have read by this author, and let me tell you, I enjoyed it so much. I read this book so quickly. So it follows this girl named Mallory who had a very tragic childhood in the foster care system, and so she was homeschooled for a while. And she finally decided to go back to high school to complete her senior year. When she gets there, she sees a familiar face from her childhood, and it kind of takes off from there. When I finished this book, I think I gave it like 4.5 stars, but after a few hours, I could not stop thinking about it and like the characters, so I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I really love the characters. It was definitely super intense at times. I would say there's a trigger warning for like foster care, abuse, and stuff like that, if you're not comfortable with reading that or if you've had bad experiences. But I really enjoyed it. I love the writing style. Like I said, I loved Mallory. I loved Ryder, which is one of the guys in the story, and it was heartbreaking. I cried. There's also, I guess, trigger warning for some gun violence. But it was so good, and I just really enjoyed it, and I'm so excited to read more from this author. The next book I read was Champion by Marie Lu, and this is the 3rd book in the Legend trilogy, which I finally completed. I read the first 2 books last year, and it took me almost exactly a year to finally finish the series. So I was kind of a little lost because it had been a while, but nonetheless, it was still super fast paced, and I really enjoyed the plot. I love Day so incredibly much. I am not a fan of June, which is sad because she's like one of the other main characters. Not really a fan of her, and I will just say that I did not like how this series ended, like at all. So because of the few problems I had with it, I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. I think it might be my favorite in the series. I don't know, it's hard to tell since I didn't read them like back to back to back. If you don't know, the Legend trilogy is a dystopian trilogy. I don't really know how to explain other than saying dystopian, because, you know, there's a corrupt government, there's a rebel, they're trying to beat the government. Dystopians are kind of generically all the same, but I love dystopians so much. It's one of my favorite genres. I have never gotten tired of it, and I never will. But yeah, like I said, I gave Champion 4 out of 5 stars. And the last book I have to talk about is I Was Here by Gail Forman. I really love Gail Forman, and it had been a while since I'd read one of her books, so I picked this one up, and it is a really quick read. So it follows this girl whose best friend has just committed suicide, but her best friend doesn't seem like that's very plausible, knowing who the girl was, and she was just very popular and like everyone knew her name. So she decides to investigate and see if that there was actually foul play involved. So trigger warning for suicide and depression and just everything, because of course this book talks about that as they're investigating. So I will say I did like the mystery aspect, and I like the two main characters a whole lot. I loved the friendship that they formed. It was really, really neat. This book was sad too, because I have lost my best friend, and so that was really heartbreaking, but I still gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I loved the writing style. I loved the little kind of adventure, friendship, mystery thing that they went on. It was so much fun to read in a sad way. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. So those are all the books I have to talk about in this recent reads video. There will be more of these videos coming out very soon, because like I said, I have more of them that I need to film and put out. But let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. I would love to know. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. As always, stay magical. Bye!